Okay, so now in this class, we are going to understand a power up compression with gzip command, right? So I think it's a familiar, right? Gzip. Okay. So we are going to understand how you can compress file through gzip and what is the use case of this gzip command, right? So gzip is a file compression utility that is used to compress file and decompress file primarily in Unix and Linux environment. It stands for GNU zip. Gzip means GNU zip and is commonly used to reduce the size of the file or set of file, which can be particularly useful for the saving storage spaces or reducing the time required to transfer file over the network. All right, means see, if we have 1 GB file, if we'll compress that, it will be become around 200 to right 800 MBs, right? 1 GB file. It's totally depend on the type of file. Just like if you have a TXT file always compress around 70 to 80%. But if you have a video file, the video file will not compress much, but little bit it can be compressed, but it cannot compress much. Okay, so what will be the benefit after the compression? The first benefit, it will reduce the size, so you can save the storage media. Okay, second thing, if you wanted to transfer that file from one system to another system or over the network to anyone, definitely it will take less time than the original file. Why? Because if you will transfer 1 GB file, right, it will take time. But if you will transfer only 200 MB file, it will be 5 times lesser in time frame, right? So you can save the time also. So GNU short for the GNU zip is a command line utility used for the compression and decompression. It implies the default compression algorithm and combination of LZ77 and Huffman coding to reduce the size of file without uh, sacrificing the data integrity. Means when you will compress it, it will not just let you lose your data. You will have an actual data only, right? The use cases is file compression for storage, compressing large log file or data sets before archiving them help to save storage space, right? Understand? Just like um, when you are working as a Linux administrator, DevOps, or cloud, you have to work on the logs also. Just like into the where log directory. See, into the where log directory, you have all these logs. So once you will use, all right, LTRS. See, once you will use it, you will see all the files. So you are able to see same file is there, message and right like this. See, able to see hockey file and mail log files, secure files, and puller file, right? So what is this with the date? The actual log file one is this one, right? With the name only. All other files which contain dates means that are the log rotation is enabled. So let's suppose somehow any application is creating very heavy log into the system. So what will happen? After some day, once space will be occupied 100%, your server will start facing issues, right? To avoid that, what you can do, you can also use gzip format. So what is the benefit of gzip, right? Now, reducing the file transfer time. When transferring file over the network, compressing them with gzip can significantly reduce transfer time, right? It can save you time. Now, web server optimizations. So web server optimizations use Gzip to compress web pages before sending them to the client, improving a load time. Means when you install any WordPress website or your actual website, any website is running, and if you have not enabled compression, your website will become very slow, because over the network, if you will have any uh, big file, it will take time to you know sync that. So the best part, you can use Gzip to compress your websites options also. Okay, now let's use the basic uses. So the basic uses is simple. It is very simple. Gzip space file name means the file which you wanted to compress, you can simply run Gzip and then file name. Like, see, we have this one. ls. So see, we have a spooler, right? So you don't ever try to compress the actual file. Actual file means this one, the spooler. This is the live files, and all these file is already rotated, right? Okay. So let's suppose this all rotated file is not required. So if we'll delete it, maybe if it will required, then you will face issue. So what you can do, you can simply compress it. How you can compress? You can use gzip command, gzip, and then see star, right? So what it will do, it will compress all the files. See, able to see the compression here, right? So it's totally depend on you. So the what is the benefit in this? See, what is the benefit, guys? What is the benefit? Let's suppose I'm just going to compress this one, this file, ls-lprh. What is the size? It is showing 0, 2. Okay. Let me check the size. Then you will get a good thing. It's only 4 kb. Do we have anything in MB? Yeah, see, boot log is there. Yes. See, these messages have at least files into the MV. So let's compress this one, the first one, this one, 16, right? So what will happen? Simply gzip space the file name. It will compress. So what is the difference? See, what is the difference? Where is the file? What it is saying? No such file directory. Same file we use, but now see, once you will run gzip command on any file, it will create a compressed file and delete the original file. Okay, delete the original file. Understand? So what is the benefit? What is the benefit, guys? Think it. If
What
your
is your question, sir?
file is deleted, right? See, through tar command, what we was doing, we was creating tar file, and original file is still there, right? But in gzip format, if we'll just compress any file through the gzip, what it will do, it will create a compressed file and delete the existing file. So you can save lot of space on the system, right?
Yeah.
So basically this will help you to archive your logs, right? So what you can do, simply you can use this one and use wildcard. So all logs will be archived. See. Others. See, all file are archived. Only original are left because original is required to run your system successfully, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. So now see the
Yes.
size of these messages. Able to see the file which was here in MB. See here 1.6 MB, and after compression, what is the size? 16. See what is the size? 280
288.
MB. So how much compression happened? Around 70 to 80%, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is how you can compress. The best part,
Yes, save
if
space.
you delete the existing files,
Memory. Memory.
it will save a lot of space. Yes. Yeah,
Mm.
Captain Gilbert,
Yes, sir.
you were saying something.
No, I say in that case, it's kind of saving the memory space and
Right. It will
it
save the memory, not memory, disk spaces. All
the
right.
disk. Okay, okay.
It will save the disk space. Now,
Would that be the CPU?
right. Now, the same thing, if you want have a condition, just like if you have a condition, like here, it's after creating, just like let me just do ls here and delete this all gzip file rm so that you will not have a confusion. Start dot gzip. Yes, 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 yes. What is left now? rm space ns star and have deleted. Okay. So now we don't have. Okay. Okay. Now let's suppose let me just move one file from here. cp dot. So see what I'm doing. I'm just creating one copy of this file
Mm-hmm.
cp and then file name and dot. Dot means in the current directory. So it will move into the current directory. See, this is the file which I
Mm-hmm.
just copied existing one, right? But that is
Mm-hmm.
in the compressed format, in gz format. So let's suppose if you wanted to replace the original file with the compressed version, right? Appending the gz file extension, if you want to keep the original file, you can use -k or either -keep. Means, see the difference. I'm just going to this one, test one, right? So gzip space test test.txt. So what happened? See, ls, that test.txt is converted into gz format,
Yes, sir.
right? So now next scenario is I wanted to compress this file, but I don't want to delete the original one, right? Then how you can do?
Okay.
You can use gzip your.txt space -k, right? So what will happen? It you will have a both files, right? The existing one and new one. Understand? So in some scenario, just like just think it, guys. In which condition you can use this command? Let's suppose you are working on the server and someone asks you to send the log, right? So what you will do, you will compress log first and then you will send it so that you can have an attachment into the mail, or either you can send it over the network, right? Okay. So your original file will be there. And if you wanted to delete it, you can ignore the K. Now you can decompress it. How you can decompress? See, now you have this file compressed. And if you wanted to decompress, then how you can do? You can simply use a gzip space hyphen d and then messages. Then what it will do? Again, it will delete the just uncompress the file, and it will delete the gz file, right? You will get your original file back. Understood? But in tar, it was not happening. In tar, you always have original and the next one which you are going to create. Okay. Next, gzip space hyphen dk. So dk means, let's suppose again you have that scenario. You wanted to keep your this one ls. Let's suppose your, I'm just going to delete simple your.txt rm. Yes, deleted. Now see, we have your.txt. Now I wanted to extract this file, right, and remove .gz format. Understand? And how you can do that? Gzip space hyphen d. D for decompress. Okay, and then your dot file. So what it will do? It will delete the, basically first it will extract the file as a normal file, and then it will delete it. Delete the original one. See, gzip. And now if you wanted to keep the original file also, again you have to use k here, dk. So ls, see, you have a yaw also, and you have gz file also. Understand? Okay. Now, advanced options. The gzip command offer a variety of options to tailor compression according to your needs. Here are few topics. So, compression level you can use -1 to -9. Gzip space -9 and then file name. What this command will do, it will compression level options. So basically you can adjust how much you wanted to compress, right? 9 means it will result more efficient compress, right? Using -9. So -9 will compress slowly, but it will be more efficient. Okay. So if any file you are compressing that is related to the security, use -9. Okay. Keep original files -c, right? So which we have already done. Now gzip space -c and then file name and gz. So if you wanted to keep the original file, creating a compressed version, you can use -c, right? Gzip space -c and then file name and then next file. So what it will do, actual file will be there and new file will be created. Okay. A recursive compression -r. Let's suppose if you wanted to decompress or compress any directory, how you can do that? See here, ls, sorry, ls, we have one directory called test, right? So let's see inside the test what is there. Nothing is there, right? So let's create some file. Cd test1, test2, test5.ppt. Okay, I have created this, and all this is available under test directory. So now my condition is I don't want to go and run command one by one to compress any file. I just wanted to compress all the file which is available in this directory. So how I can do that, right? You can use -r, right? -r is used to recursive. Okay, let's do and see the differences. Gzip space -r, then test. See what happened. Ls, you have test directory, nothing happened here. But when you will see inside this directory, test. See, all file are already in a gz format. Okay. Now, next thing, how you can see file, right? How you can see file, just like, see, we learn how to compress the file, we learn how to decompress the file, we learn how to keep your files, right, safely. Now, I wanted to read what is written inside this file. How I can read? How I can read? If gz message, okay. See, this one is also compressed. Now, if I wanted to read this file, how I can read? That, this one? Yes, no? This is the command. But see what you are able to see on the terminal. Is that readable? No,
No.
because it is in a compressed format. So you cannot see the data also, right, properly. See, now,
Mhm.
if you wanted to see what is written inside that, what you can do, in place of cat, you can use
Decompress.
zcat, right? Gcat. So once you will run gcat, immediately it will,
Is that decompress it?
no, it's not compressed it. It
Not
is showing the
decompressing,
output.
making it readable.
Yeah, it's readable, but it's readable through the zcat command, means gcat command.
Mm.
Through cat command, see, it is showing encrypted, but in zcat, it is showing normal.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Zcat. Var. Log DNF. 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 Log.gz.
You
Okay.
understand? So where you will
Yeah.
use gzip command, you will use gzip command to compress the log. So in our
Mhm.
scenario, in where I use gzip command to compress the logs file normally. Logs file. You can use for the other files also, but the main log file is created and uh, it will save lot of disk space if we implement gzip compression. And when you will install any website, right, like a WordPress website or any of the website, gzip plugin is also available for that to implement gzip compression, right?
Mm.
You can implement gzip compression into the website. So once you will implement it, your website will become more faster. Can you let me why? Because without compression, the file size was 1 MB, right? So one
Mhm.
data transfer, definitely it will take some time, either 10 second, 20 second, 30 second, right? To download 1 MB file nowadays. But when you will create a simple compression, so it will save your time when you will transfer the file from one location to another location. Understand?
Okay.
So this was all about the gzip compression. So simply remember, right?
Mm.
What I can say,
Mhm.
simply remember how, let me just summarize again, right?
Okay.
Rm space hyphen rf star. I'm deleting everything from the root. So nothing is there. See, let's suppose you have log, where log here. So you have, see, messages have a actual logs, but all these have a backup files only. Backup file of the log means it's rotated. So there is a feature when you will configure log rotation, automatically it will rotate every day. Okay. Now let's suppose I have this boot log and I just wanted to compress it. What I will do, Gzip var log boot log hyphen 2. So 2 means after 50, this name is common for in each files. Only last 3 digit is different, right? So you can put a star means it will automatically zip all the files here. See, all files are zipped except the boot.log. Okay. So now my compression is done. And if I have to decompress, I can simply use here gzip space hyphen d. Okay. And again, it will become actual this one, right? Okay.
Okay.
Only 4 or 5 questions is there in gzip. How you compress? It is very simple. Gzip and file name which you wanted to compress, and how you can decompress is gzip space hyphen d space file name which you wanted to decompress. Okay. So this is how you can leverage the compression with gzip command. So make sure you do the practice and let me know if you face any issue or if you have any questions. Okay.